Mi vedi?
No, in realtà no. Tra l'altro c'è un botto di gente in diretta.
Sì.
Speriamo che non cada. Blading chats. Brian Aragon. Guys, this one is gonna be awesome. Ciao Nano.
No, no, no.
Ti saluto anche alla chicca. Che cogliete di me? Alexander, tutto bene? Ok. L'audio è buono? Mi senti bene, Nano? Grande fra. So guys, this one is gonna be pretty cool. We are going to have Brian Aragon, the one and the only, the man himself. With him, we are going to talk about what is going on right now in Denver, Colorado. His life in general. He was probably the most prolific blader from Razors. He have received probably the same amount of skate that Shima has received, like 6. And Shima does, I think 6, but like, kind of 6, I believe Brian Shima has received. So, yeah. No, Aragon, he received like 7 skates because the Genesis 1, the Aragon SL1, and then until 6. So, what's up, Reto? So, Brian received more skates than Shima from Razors. So, quite hype. But I wouldn't only focus this blading chat with him about skating. I would like to talk with him about the fishing and like what is going on with his life right now. Oh, Shima had 7 from Razors. My bad. Oh, what's up, Bees? How you doing, bruh? How was the Shima 7? I forgot about that one. Let me just check it. Shima 7 Razors. Oh, was it the Shima 7, this one? Oh, yeah, with the... Dude. The super rain footwear liner. Dude. That liner was pretty cool, huh? What's up, big dog? How you doing, brother? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do really appreciate the fact that you are like enjoying those things. And yeah, Scott, true. Damn, that liner was amazing. And that skate looks pretty cool, huh? Are you guys hear me and like audio and video are going fine? Leslie, I'm like, is it going good? Or audio is fine? What's up, Joey? Yo, Joe. And so, Brian is already here. So if for him is okay, we can start this one. What do you guys think? Shall we? All right, thank you so much, Scott. All right, thank you, Francesco. Francesco Androla, good friend of mine. We went to California last year. We skated a little bit down there, and we made this edit, skating like all of those legendary spots in Cali. And we are planning to go back there to skate even more legendary spots from California. So, if Brian is here... Oh man, a lot of love. Everybody's in here. I'm glad you guys are here. Grande Sergey, what's up? Long time. Great guys, what's up? Let's wait like 1 more minute for everybody to tune in, and then we can start this blading chat. Grande Marco. Hey Chaz, what's up? Grande Kekko. Man, look at that. A lot of love, man. Connor, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I do think that right now it's like a good time to start, no? If you guys have any question, you can type down here on the comment section or you can send it me where you can find those question marks. So, yeah. With Brian, we're going to talk about what is going on right now in Colorado, in Denver especially, about fishing, about skating. So this one is going to be pretty cool. All right, so everything seems to be fine. Okay. For Brian to be connected, and we are about to start. Yo,
What's up?
what's up, brother? Good to see
How you
you.
doing?
Fine, thank you so much. What about you?
Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, busy day so far, but good to
Man.
good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Man, thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, that's pretty good. Pretty cool to see you. So, what is going on right now in Denver?
Just like everybody else, we're kind of just in the lockdown state. It's been a crazy time for me right now because I'm in the process of buying a house. So obviously the house I'm in, I'm trying to prepare it to sell while moving to the new place. So a lot's been going on with me and obviously just working from home for the time being. And yeah, just trying to stay sane during this crazy lockdown period.
True. So, first thing first, congratulations for the buying of the new house. So
Thanks.
that's pretty cool news. And so you're like mostly like smart working from home, right? I believe.
Yeah, so I work down in the downtown area of the city. So it's been about a month and a half now that I've been working from home. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure when this is going to end for us. So I kind of feel like I'm going to definitely be working at home probably for the next month and a half, 2 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've seen like so many like a bunch of weird stuff like in the United States. Like many people doesn't really believe they're acting strange actually. Like people like going into the streets without like taking care of the social distance and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely a crazy time, and I think it's just the state of uncertainty we're in that a lot of people may not necessarily know how to react. And of course, I think around the world we want to get businesses open. We want everything to go back to normal. But I think it's selfish and foolish of us to think that the way we act could potentially have negative effect on somebody else. You could potentially kill somebody if you're not careful during this time. And I definitely see it. I mean, I see all the conspiracies that people are coming up with during this crazy time as well. But ultimately, I think you just have to use good judgment. Let's think this through. And like anybody else, I want the country to open, but I want all my friends, family to stay safe, and especially the older people who this is really affecting. So, yeah, just really strange times right now. I agree.
True, definitely. And like I was like everybody here in Milano, like in the beginning, we were like all like super underestimating the thing. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just the flu. It's like there's nothing bad about it. We like with a couple of days, like we can get rid of it. And we were like all around through the city and stuff like that. And then like in a week or like in 10 days, we just like hit by like this massive amount of people infected and like numbers of deaths and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
I
something
guess
that like
and especially for you being in Italy, I mean, I think that's what took the world by storm, kind of, when we saw the numbers that were coming out of Italy. We're like, oh shit, this is getting serious, even more than it was before.
true, crazy. And so like yeah, so with that being said, like I was always wonder like which were the differences between the city of Denver compared to San Diego, because like I went to San Diego and I went to New York, and like they both are like or like LA for example, they both like are like big cities, super stressful, like with 100% like focus on job and works and stuff like that. But Denver looks like a pretty cool, chill place, isn't it?
Yeah, Denver is I would say it's a little big city. You know, we still have our downtown area, but it's definitely not like, it's not to the extent of Los Angeles or even San Diego for that matter. It is chill in the fact that we do have the mountains so close to us. So I think when people think of Colorado, you think about snowboarding, skiing, all the outdoor activities that you can do up in the mountains. So, yeah, it's a beautiful place. I mean, great weather. If you like snow in summer, we have all the seasons here. So the population has rose dramatically over the last 10 or so years though. So it is growing, but yeah, it's a chill city.
Well, great. So talking about the mountains, like I see you going fishing right now, and which is like pretty cool because I do also like when I was a kid, I was trying to fishing, but I suck at it, so I just left it over. And I always wonder, like, to asking you, like, which are your technique of fishing? Like, are you flying fishing or like normal fishing with a?
Yeah, so like you, I mean, when I was little, I have a lot of good memories from going with my parents fishing. And obviously during the period of skating, which was a big majority of my life, I really didn't get to go out and kind of do those things, or I just never really devoted my time. It was always skating, skating, skating. So once skating ended for me, it was like, I mean, I would still skate here and there, but I needed some kind of other passion. And usually for me, it's not like I don't have a whole lot of things I like doing, but the things I really want to focus on, I have a hard time not wanting or putting the energy in to be good at them. So fishing's kind of filled that void for me. And I think just being on the water, it's super peaceful. I have a pretty stressful job. So just getting out there on the weekends and being alone and being able to think without my cell phone ringing every 10 minutes, you know, it's kind of good for me and like my mental state as well.
Oh, awesome, awesome. And which was like your biggest cut on fish, like the biggest fish you ever caught? Like, was it like a
Yeah, the biggest one I
salmon
caught,
or?
it was actually last year. It was like in January, and it was a 26-inch brown trout, but it was cool. Yeah, it's pretty
Damn,
big.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like we do have like a shout out from Pamela. She says, Brian, my husband is a skater and a fan of yours, and they named their son Brian because of you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Pamela. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. But like going back to fishing, like do you have any sponsor in fishing or like you just
No, I just like going. It's kind of strange because the fly fishing community is like kind of small. I mean, it's probably bigger than the rollerblade community, but in the fact of overall fishing, it's still pretty small. But yeah, I just go out and do it for fun.
dude, like, and the flying fishing technique is pretty hard, right? Like you have to like, are you like building your own bait or you just bought them and
Yeah, no, I don't tie my own flies. That's probably something in the future, but yeah, it's hard to dedicate that much time. I just buy the stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
Those things mean like they need like a lot of patience, like
Hmm.
to be there and like being super precise and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like with that being said, like going to the skating area, I do believe that like you for Razors are like one of those names that like stands out, like Brian Shima or John Elliott and stuff like that. And like and for you, what does it mean to you being like on that level, on that like status of blader?
I mean, I guess the easiest way for me to describe it is it's just awesome to be thought of in that respect and regarded with those individuals, you know. When you bring up names like Shima or Elliot, obviously a lot of us grew up idolizing those people, you know, and luckily for me in my career, I was able to actually be able to skate with these guys, learn from them, travel, and yeah, I mean, looking back, I mean, things just seem to work out, and all the hard work and effort that was put in through the years, it's cool. It's an honor.
Great, great. And then I always wanted to ask you who is like your favorite blader? Or like, do you ever like look up to like some bladers like through your whole career?
Yeah, like when I was younger, Vinny was always like, I just thought Vinny was so awesome. I loved his style. Even back in the Mind Game days too, I liked Omar Song a lot. Of course, like the legends like Latimer and Shima and and then once I got a little older and I was pro, I mean, I had a lot of my favorite skaters too. I mean, like always loved watching Haffy, always loved skating with Haffy. And I always really liked Sean Kelso's skating a lot. I think he's kind of been the tech wizard for a long, long time. Even today, I just thought he had so much control and did tricks that nobody else did. So
Great, great. And like, what do you think about like skating right now? Who like right now skating has like it's changed, but like in the same hand, in the hand, like I don't really wanna make up the thing about like it was better before and right now or something like that. Like in general, what do you think about skating in the skating scene right now?
yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't see skating change. I can't necessarily say it's changed in a bad way. I mean, definitely when we were growing up and we were skating hard, it was like death-defying tricks a lot of the time. And now it's kind of more focused on the technical and different respect like that. But I mean, I just think it's kind of that natural progression of skating and where it is. I guess I don't want to say it's because there's not a whole lot of money left in it right now. But yeah, it's changed. I can't say it's for a bad change. I mean, I just think it's kind of that progression, and maybe the two skating worlds will collide at some point, and then we'll have the big tricks and the tech. And I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Talking about like the promo that you have received, like earlier I was counting, like you have received the same amount of promo that the Shima has, like 7, right?
I had 6 pro skates, I believe, from Razors.
But like I thought the same thing, but then I realized that there was like a gray Genesis skate
Yeah.
that was named Aragon. So and like then you have received 6 SLs, or maybe with the gray ones, probably 7. No, oh, I
I'm
can't
not,
remember.
you could be right. I'm not sure. It was funny last night, Jason. So like I said, I bought the new house, right? So I'm
Uh-huh.
cleaning out all the old closets that I haven't touched forever. And I started pulling out skating stuff like from so long ago. I have
Damn.
like prototypes of like the Aragon 5s, like before they even, yeah. So it was kind of
No.
nostalgic to finding all these skate parts, even like pro bearings and stuff from over 10 years ago.
Damn. You should put them some like you should be like some wardrobe or something like that to put them like on your new house.
Yeah, well, so my parents, they have all the trophies and medals and skates and all that stuff, and they have like a little case at their house. So maybe one day I'll get to take that and put it in my house. But they like it. I think they enjoy it more than I do. So
That's great. That's great, man. So Scott says like you have received like 6 in general, one Genesis, and then like the Argon 2 black SL, Argon 3 white, Argon 4 black, Argon 5 black skin, and Argon 6 gray skin. So yeah, 6. Thank you, Scott. Shout out to Scott for the counting. And like with that being said, like were you like a part of the developing process of the SL skates? Like you and Murda, I don't know, like design it the skate or like
So the mold was kind of, I wasn't really involved in the mold part. As far as the plastics went, testing and doing some little tweaks to the skate here and there, that was definitely something that Andy was always willing to hear our suggestions on. But I'm sure, as you know, the molds are extremely expensive. To change the molds is extremely expensive, but to change little aspects of the skate is something that's very doable. Thinking back on it, I'm just like, remember testing out different plastics. I remember putting fabric at the bottom of the skates, which was, everybody always liked that solid thud sound, you know. I think Valo did a good job of having the skates that always sounded like when you land, it's just like boom, you know, no rattling, no
Boom.
nothing.
Yeah.
And so after we installed that material in some of the SL skates, then Razor, I think they sounded a little better for a while. I can't say it was perfect, but yeah, Andy was always very, very eager to get our opinion. And if you ever had a good idea, he was willing to hear it. So that was always cool.
Oh, great, great. And talking about like you're going back to your job. What is your current job? Like you ever explain it to the winter class, but maybe the people's watching this one, they don't know what is your job right now.
Yeah. So I work in internet technology. So many of the companies I work with, they either have a small IT team or not a big enough team to support a huge IT environment. So I'm on what's called the managed services side. So we basically offer things like monitoring service for companies who have huge infrastructure. So monitoring things like servers, their networking equipment, all these things, because businesses are always running, you know, but they may not have the capabilities to be monitoring every piece of their environment at once. So we also do like a lot of consulting services. So if people are doing migrations to new platforms or anything like that, upgrading their system, they can kind of bring us in. We can consult them on the ideas, make the transfer, hand it off to them. So yeah, I've been with this company for about a year now. It's been pretty cool. It's actually really cool. One of the clients I get to work with on a daily basis is they're called Powder. They own a bunch of ski resorts, but they also own Woodward. So I work with all the Woodward facilities now, so it's kind of a small world. So I don't know if you're familiar with Richie Velasquez, he's been in the skating world forever, but it's kind of cool that our worlds have met again and we get to work together.
Oh, that's great. But like when you go there to make your consulting thing, are you able to skate a little bit for a second or
no, so I haven't actually been out to the Woodward facilities since I've been on the account. But maybe in the future, yeah.
Awesome. And like we do have a shout out from a guy who says like, I quit my job to go to see Aragon this year on the Winter Clash. It was worth 100%.
Let me see. I'm seeing somebody saying my camera's messed up.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's like Chaz said something about it.
It looks okay to me. What's going on? You tell me.
Like to me, like you go like sometimes okay, other times like it looks like the connection doesn't really run well. To me, like how can you see me? Like, can you see me like fluently? Does it work okay with you?
Yeah. It looks fine.
Because the audio is perfect.
And yeah, on my end, the camera looks fine on me too. That's weird.
That's weird. Maybe like too much traffic here on Instagram. Like before jumping, I saw like 8 people like going on live stream.
Yeah, everybody's saying the quality is trash. Maybe you want to, let me disconnect and we'll try and reconnect again.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
sure.
one second.
Yeah, definitely. So here we are, guys. Hey, thank you so much. Like there's 52, there's like 52 of you guys. So looking forward to have like back here Brian with a better quality image. So here he is. Let's see if Brian right now. Thank you so much for the love. Oh, perfect.
Better?
Better, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's start the whole thing again. No, just kidding. And
sounds good.
No, perfect. Like so with that being said, like are you able only to go fishing like during the weekends, or like every now and then you're able to leave the office and
Yeah, so my work weeks are pretty busy, you know, full days. Usually like probably 7:30 to 4 p.m. So the weekdays are kind of just like work, gym, handling all the basic life stuff, you know, and then the weekends are kind of open up and kind of get to do whatever I want to do then. So that's usually when I get to get out and have my free time and fish and whatnot.
But so you're still going to the gym, right?
Right now it's closed, but yeah, still going to the gym on a daily basis when work's like going on. Yeah.
Make perfectly sense. I do like I was chatting with Chaz the other day, and like I told him that like the day I've started going to the gym, I saw like my like her injury and stuff like that getting better because like I built up like muscle like on joints and stuff like that. So I do really recommend to everybody to go to the gym because it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely helps for everything. Even when I was skating, it was kind of one thing that was just part of my daily routine was going to the gym. And I don't know. I just figured I always thought it would help me have a longer career and be as good as I could possibly be, you know?
True, true. And like about skating, like which are like the differences between San Diego spots and like Denver spots? Like Southern California looks like one of those places where like you can get kicked out after like one try or something like that. But Denver is it like there's any differences or like it's the same?
Yeah, in terms of like getting kicked out and stuff, I always felt like San Diego it was definitely harder to skate. You know, when I was filming out in San Diego, it was like you have an idea, you go to the spot, you try and get it done. It was very like work, you know, like one try sometimes. But here in Denver, I mean, it was a little more chill. We always had problems with getting kicked out just like anywhere else, but not to the extent that we had in San Diego. San Diego it was while they have all the perfect spots to skate, it's can be very difficult to skate out there, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I bet. And like you just like grew up in a city where like you have people like the Adam and Luke Bender, Colin Carr, Courtney Chain, and all these like Jeremy Spira and all these people
Yeah.
like is there like any chance to go skate with them every now and then right now or
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been skating with them I mean, I don't skate all that often. So, but I mean, if I wanted to go skate, I'm sure I could pick up the phone and call any of those guys and they'd be down. I know Jeremy probably lives within 10 miles of me. I talk to Courtney on a daily basis. But yeah, I mean, we did have a great skate crew like growing up and a lot of really good people pushing each other. I mean, even now, there's still a lot of rollerbladers here in Denver that are really good. So, yeah, it's definitely a healthy scene. And for some reason, when you just get all those people in who are pushing each other, it's good content and good skating. So,
oh great. The
yeah.
other day I was watching what was it, Cat Eat Dog or something like that, and
Yeah.
I saw probably one of your very first profile, right?
Yeah, that was way back in the day with my friend Billy Koska filmed that video. Yeah, and I think, was that the one where me and Colin have a section together?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
that one. And like and so since then, like I always see you skating with razors, but like have you ever skated with like some different skates before that like that period or?
Yeah, so like before the razors, before I really got on with razors, I was trying different skates and razors have been kind of the skate that I stuck with the longest, you know? I tried other skates, but I never had the same feeling in other skates. Like razors just suited me really well. And it was hard because like even around the time of Deshi, my friends owned the company I wanted to skate with for my friends, you know, but I could just never get on with any other skates or never felt the same as razors. I mean, I've skated Volos before, I've skated K2s before, but nothing was ever as good as razors.
And right now, like when you are going out to skate, you're still skating with those Navy SLs or?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great, man. And that's pretty cool. And so like there might be the chance to see like any other like Instagram edit from you.
You know, if another edit ever happened, I saw my friend Scott on here, and he's kind of the one I would always film with in Colorado. He's the one that made the M.Silhan edit, if anybody remembers that, but probably one of my favorite edits that I ever
Dude,
filmed, like just online edits. So, I mean, if I ever did like a small section or some tricks, it would definitely be with Scotty.
man, like that edit was something else. It's like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
Scotty Rukus.
yeah, exactly.
Dude, like Scotty, you have done like an amazing job shooting and cutting and editing that thing. And Brian, of course, you kill it. That edit was amazing.
Yeah, you know, like I like the tricks in that edit, but I think I just like the song, the editing. I like that more. I don't know. It's just that edit's just one of my favorite ones still to this day, even out of like video parts and everything.
No, no, man, that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope and pretty fire. And like about like you have like won like probably all the major competition. And like, do you have like any favorite like winning competition?
You know, like, yeah, I kind of talked about this at Winter Clash. It's funny because I don't really think about all the skating contests that I won. I mean, what really stands out is like the video sections. I mean, if I look back on skating contests that probably meant the most to me, I remember I winning at IMYTA, New York City, was like huge for me. For a long time, I think a lot of people just looked at me as a park skater, and I always wanted to kind of be an all around. You know, I want to be able to have the street parts, but I wanted to be able to win contests too. So IMYTA was a really big accomplishment for me. And then when I won X Games in China, that was pretty cool too. I mean, everybody kind of wants to have that check mark, like the X Games gold
Damn.
medal. So yeah, and then I guess a lot of the other ones, they kind of just all blend together. I remember like the good times, seeing the crazy tricks that people would do, but I'd say IMYTA and X Games China were probably
Man, like
the most meaningful ones. Yeah.
the IMYTA one was so crazy. The energy. I was talking with Ray about it. The energy that you can feel like from those videos in New York, from the
Yeah.
New York Invitational to the Boshy Bob Skate Off to the like all of those IMYTA in New York. Like you can feel the vibe and like I believe that like the energy in there like was pretty intense, right?
Yeah, I mean, New York's just a crazy place, you know? And you're right, the energy level in New York was around, especially around those IMYTAs, man. It was just insane.
I bet, I bet. And like you already asked it to this question at the jump street. Like, do you have like any highlight on your career trick wise?
Um, yeah, I think like the fakie 540 topsoul, you know, is gonna be like right up there. That's probably one of the better tricks I ever did skating. And just some, I guess, just a lot of the last sections I really put out. I mean, the game theory section, I think there was a lot of good tricks in that, a lot of good content. Yeah, just some of the later sections. Yeah, ground control, game theory. Those were, I guess, kind of some of my favorites.
No, great. To me, for some reason, I don't know why, but I do really love your Fuji 22 section. We did
Really?
also the bonus part. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but like that one for me is like one of the top three for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, when I watch that, I just see like it's hard not to critique myself when I watch that section. There's just a lot of tricks that I'm like, I'm doing like the same tricks, but yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And so yeah, like with that being said, Brian, like do you have like any future projects besides like buying like a new house and like going fishing as much as you can?
You know, I guess beyond that right now, nothing as big as buying the house. I mean, I'm really focused on work right now and just trying to get my career under control. And like I said, I've only been with the company for a year, so I'm still learning a lot and just want to make sure I'm doing good in that and have a clear path and a successful path for my future, you know?
Definitely, definitely. So, Brian, I do really would like to thank you for your time. It has been like a tremendous pleasure talking with you, and I'm looking forward. Just like I said to you at the Winter Clash here in Milano one day. So whenever you want to come, you know, you have a place, or like I can show you guys around and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And same goes out to you. If you ever find yourself in Colorado, let me know. And you've always got a place to stay with me as well. And very good to see you.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to see you soon. Okay.
All right, man. Stay safe out there.
You too. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.